If you've ever sat on a sofa cushion that felt like a sad, defeated pancake, congratulations! You've just discovered a business opportunity. Because some people build empires from their garage, and you're about to build one with a knife, a ruler, and a giant block of foam. This is the upholstery cutting business, and it's way more profitable than it has any right to be. Most people think you need a factory to do this. You don't. You need a blade, a steady hand, a bit of practice, and a corner of your garage. Foam cutting is one of those sexy, boring businesses. Not glamorous, not flashy, but incredibly useful and surprisingly profitable. And because upholstery foam is expensive to ship, people love finding someone local who can cut it for them. And the best part is, this doesn't cost much to start at all. But before I get into that, hit subscribe to get more low-cost business ideas every single day. The startup cost is tiny if you're smart. A brand new industrial foam saw is expensive, but you don't need one. A second-hand electric carving knife, the kind used for Christmas dinner, cuts foam beautifully and costs around $10. If you want to level up, a used band saw or scroll saw can be found for $40 to $80. A hot wire cutter for more intricate shapes might cost $20 to $30. Add a few clamps, a straight edge, and a cutting table, and you're still comfortably under $150. The foam itself? You don't need to stock mountains of it. You buy sheets as needed from wholesalers and cut them to order. No big inventory, no big risk. And just to answer the question everyone has when they imagine cutting foam at home. No, you don't need to suit up like you're entering a hazmat lab. Foam cutting is low risk and pretty clean, but it does shed tiny crumbs, so most people use a simple dust mask and a cheap pair of safety glasses just to keep things comfortable. Gloves aren't really needed. You want dexterity. And the only time you'll want a bit of ventilation is if you're using spray adhesive to bond layers. That's it. No drama, no expensive PPE, just a couple of sensible, low-cost bits that make the job nicer. Training is simple. You don't need a qualification. You don't need a course. You need an afternoon on YouTube watching upholsterers cut foam cleanly. The technique is all about slow, steady movement and letting the blade do the work. Start with offcuts. Practice straight cuts, angled cuts, curves, chamfers. Within a day, you'll be producing clean edges that look like they came from a professional workshop. And the demand is everywhere. People refurbish sofas. People restore camper vans. People build window seats. People buy secondhand furniture and want to refresh the cushions. Dog owners want custom beds. Van lifers want custom mattresses. Upholsterers want someone to cut foam for them because they don't want to waste time doing it themselves. And every one of those people is searching for foam cut to size near me and finding almost nobody. That's where you come in. You're the friendly local foam cutter who can turn around a job in a day or two. You're cheaper than the big online companies. You're faster. You're local. And you can offer custom shapes they can't. Marketing this business is almost too easy. Post before and after photos. Show the cutting process. Show a tired, sagging cushion next to a fresh, crisp new one. People love transformation content. Upholstery groups on Facebook are full of people begging for someone who can cut foam. Camper van groups are even worse. They're desperate. And once you've helped one person, they tell everyone. The margins are excellent. A sheet of foam might cost you $20 to $30. You cut it into cushions and sell the pieces for $60 to $100, depending on size and density. A single camper van mattress might cost you $40 to buy and $120 to sell once it's cut and shaped. Dog beds are even better. Tiny material cost, big perceived value. And because you're cutting to size, you're not competing with mass-produced products. You're offering something bespoke. Realistic earnings? If you're doing this casually, a few jobs a week might bring in $100 to $200 profit. If you're more active, $300 to $500 is very achievable. And if you build relationships with upholsterers, van converters, furniture restorers, and pet bed makers, you can turn this into a steady, reliable income stream. The work is simple, the tools are cheap, the demand is constant, and the competition is almost non-existent. This is one of those businesses that feels old school in the best possible way. You're making something real, something useful, something people genuinely need. And you're doing it from home with equipment that costs less than a night out. It's quiet, clean, low stress, and weirdly satisfying. Especially when you see a customer's face after you've transformed their sad, flat cushion into something that looks brand new. If you've ever wanted a business that blends craftsmanship, practicality, and a bit of creative problem solving, this is a brilliant place to start. You're not reinventing anything. You're just filling a gap that almost nobody else is filling. And once you get into the rhythm of cutting, shaping, and delivering, you'll wonder why you didn't start sooner. This is MicroBiz 365, giving you a new idea for a low-cost business every day of the year.